do. So, what are we doing today?
We are talking about relationship pet peeves. We're discussing them and then seeing if it is something we have in our relationship or if one of us kind of does any of the things, really.
So this could be the end, huh?
We'll see. Well, I was going to say fingers crossed, but fingers crossed it's not the end.
Yeah.
Okay, first one is household chores. So that's basically about that, who's doing what. And then the next one after is like keeping score, and I think they kind of go together because that's like, saying, oh, I made dinner 4 times this week and you haven't done anything, or
Yeah.
so. What do you think?
So household chores, I'll probably say you do most of the household chores. I don't know.
I think we do different stuff. I feel like, especially lately, you kind of clean the house more often. Like who kind of hoover and mop. Well,
Right.
I did it this week, but I feel like you do it a lot more. Whereas I kind of do those everyday things where you just
Dishes and
dishes and like keep it dust the place and like keep it clean that way and like, clean stuff off the floor like Piper's, our dog's toys and stuff. But you do it, and then also with the bed making, whoever kind of
is
last makes the bed, so that's good. I make most of the dinners though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Usually because you're better cook than me.
Okay, thank you. You're not bad yourself, but
well, you are better cook than me, so
that's your excuse.
that's the that's the excuse I'm sticking with.
Yeah, I mean you do cook as well though. So
yeah, I can follow the recipe. All right.
And then, do you think we keep score?
I don't think so.
Do we?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I thought you said I think so. I was like, what?
I washed.
Yeah.
I washed the house. I cleaned the house. Washed the house. I cleaned the house 5 times this week. You haven't done it once. No, we don't do that. That'll be annoying. That will be very. That'll be annoying because, well, then you're just cleaning because you can hold it over me or something. Yeah. That'll be annoying. We don't do that.
Okay. Cool. Next one would be different food preferences. So I guess what they mean is like, let's say someone is vegan and you're like a meat eater, and then having those in a relationship.
You've got it easy there because I eat
everything.
Anything and everything.
And also, this is gonna sound horrible, but I don't date vegans because no,
just
but
been cancelled. You know that, right?
It's okay. Like I
don't date vegan.
I wouldn't date people who only like eat blunt paste or whatever, because I know that it would be so hard to be in a relationship because like the food preferences would be so different.
I guess it'd be difficult literally preparing 2 meals.
Yeah, I would not do that. It would take too much time. I mean, I do eat meat sometimes. Sorry, that's the other way around. I do eat like more like vegetarian sometimes. Some of the meals in the week are vegetarians. We don't eat meat every single day, but I would still not do it because I like it.
Yeah,
I
mean,
like the foods that we eat.
Pretty easy for us at the moment because, like I said, I'll eat everything. Whatever's on my plate, I'll eat it.
Okay, next is being clingy.
I mean, I can see how that can be annoying. Very. We have a dog that can be very clingy.
Yeah, constantly wants
and that is
be around
annoying.
us.
However, I don't think we do that.
I don't think we are clingy. Like, I'm not, and you're neither. I mean, you kind of want to cuddle a bit more, but
sue me, Jesus. Yes, I like a cuddle. Right?
Yeah, I'm not really a cuddler. I don't think.
Yeah. It's just like I wanted to say like, oh, she's like a typical Baltic, just like cold. Just prefers being like without the warmth of my arms. I see how it is.
Okay.
It's all good.
Next, annoying laughter. I think we both have annoying laughter, so we're okay with it.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
I
like,
haven't noticed your laugh
You haven't.
like as being annoying.
No, yours either. But you know what would be annoying? I could never date this comedian who does it.
Jimmy Carr.
Yeah. Oh God, that would be so annoying. Can you imagine watching a comedy with him?
Okay, can you imagine like
No.
like I'm in a luge looking at some TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially like at night, you know, when I'm already in bed and I'm
Sounds
finding
like
something funny.
sounds like that. Remember when we were in Thailand? That bird.
Oh God, yes.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Just like,
If you've been to Thailand, you definitely know those birds that are so annoying. Oh my God. He sounds like one of those. Yeah. Okay. Next would be bad personal hygiene. Yeah.
what does that sort of got into?
I guess like if you notice that your partner like
It's like stinky socks and leaving them.
or maybe they like
just don't have a shower.
or maybe they like do a workout but they don't shower after it, or like they do work or like they don't shower for like a couple of days, or you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean we don't have that
that's
problem.
just wrong. Oh yeah.
That would be definitely a pet peeve.
Oh yeah.
Would
just
definitely.
stink up the
'Cause
place all the time.
Yeah,
No.
that would be too much. Oh my
I
God.
think I would say something. Like, babe,
Oh.
you stink.
Yeah, God, I would say that. We wouldn't even be moving in together if you stink, you know? Okay, next one, which is my pet peeve, and you do that. Always on their phone.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah. Literally always. Always.
Okay, not always. Always means like.
Okay, not when you're actually sleeping, no, but.
Apart from when I'm sleeping, or when something interesting is on the TV. I don't know.
Even then.
That's not true.
Yeah, sometimes you're like, oh, let's watch this TV series, and like, oh, I really want to watch it, and then I see, and sometimes, you know what? Sometimes, oh my God, I think it's a disease for you because sometimes you hide your phone on the side, and I can see you scrolling and looking on the side, but you're trying to hide it from me.
That sounds suspicious, but that's usually when I'm like watching football on my
Yeah,
phone.
but then with football you do tell me, but like sometimes I see you on Instagram, and it's like you can't stay away from like social media. You're like secretly scrolling. It's like you know you have an issue, but you're just trying to hide it from me. But like I can see it.
That's not true. Okay, let's move on. I'm looking bad in this one.
I mean, I'm sure you're not the only person who has those issues, right? But this is
it's not a disease. Calm down.
okay.
Okay, let's
Okay,
move on.
but this is definitely a pet peeve.
Okay.
Yeah. The next one would be, it's the same one. Always on your phone. Oh, okay. So always on their phone, and then always on your phone, which means you're always on my phone.
Right.
Which, I would be on yours. Which, funnily enough, currently I am.
Always on my phone.
Yeah. But I don't think we do that at all.
No, I don't see the point.
Yeah.
Like, if you got your own phone.
But would that be a pet peeve for you if let's say I would do that, if I was always on your phone? I don't see doing it.
It depends why you're doing that. If it's
Yeah.
like because
Looking at your messages
you
and
don't
stuff.
trust me or whatever, that'll be annoying.
I don't think I've ever in almost 6 years gone through your messages or done any, because even till now, sometimes when I pick up your phone, I'm like, oh sorry, that was your phone. Because like I feel like I don't, like I feel like even though you're in a relationship, there should be some privacy, which doesn't specifically mean that none of us is doing anything wrong. It just I don't know, I feel like it's just a thing.
Yeah, I don't see any point in looking. I mean, yeah. It's pointless. Like, if someone is doing something they shouldn't be doing, then like you looking over the phone doesn't actually really change anything.
Yeah.
Maybe like you know, but like I've always, I think I said this to you from like very early on. It's like if I feel the urge to like be with someone else, then I'll just be with someone else.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's the same for me as well. Like if you don't want to be with me, you don't want to be with me. Then, I mean, it is what it is, right? Like, life happens. Okay, next one is obsessive cleaning.
Zero risk of that happening.
Yeah.
You like things clean, but you're not like obsessively.
I'm not Monica from Friends, am I?
No. That would be annoying.
Yeah, not even close to that level. I think even for me, I would like. That was gonna come out so wrong because I was gonna say I would like to live with someone who likes things clean.
I'm a pig. Okay, I get it.
No, you're not.
Let's move on.
I would hate to live with someone who likes things this clean as Monica because I'm not like that.
You wouldn't feel comfortable. Like you
I
feel
would,
like
it's like you can't do anything.
Messing things up.
And so, you know, if you move something accidentally, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's
like
it's too much stress.
Yeah, it would be too stressful. I couldn't do it. Next one, arguing in public. That is definitely a pet peeve. I feel like I wouldn't. Well, firstly, we don't do that. We don't even argue at home. So, but I would hate doing it in public. Like I'm a very private person. I mean, it's kind of counter-effective doing this YouTube.
We're not arguing.
But we're not arguing, yeah. I feel like, I'm quite of a private person, so if there's an issue, I would communicate it out of the public eye, and I think you're the same.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like doing it in public, I'm always like conscious of other people in public, and I would hate to like then air my dirty laundry out in public.
Yeah.
So is like a
I
thing.
think we're the same.
Yeah, apparently it's very common with Rwandans is that you keep shit in house.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you told me that before.
Like no one outside the house should
knows
know
what's really happening.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's the same with a lot of people, isn't it? It's that, personal things are kept.
You'd think that, but like I've heard some shit.
That's true. No, that's true.
Out in public. Yeah.
Right. So would you say that would be a pet peeve for you?
Yeah, like if someone starts argument, if I'm with like with you and you start an argument with me in public, it's like they just have this at home.
So yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
okay. Next, not paying for things.
Well, as in just like letting the other person pay.
Yeah, like I guess like the other person would pay for everything, I suppose.
Honestly,
and they're also mentioning that they're also saying that not paying for things and the other person not going through any financial issues.
Okay.
So I guess if they go through financial issues, that's different. But they're not going through. Let's say you both are doing well, and then one person just spends.
If you're both doing well, that's kind of a piss take.
You think it's a red flag?
Yeah, if you're both comfortable, like I feel like if someone is more comfortable than the other, like if I'm,
it's different, right?
It's a little bit different, especially if you're in a relationship. It's not like you're just like a group of friends. If you're in a relationship, I think it's different. I'll say it depends.
So would that be your pet peeve though?
Not necessarily, because like honestly, like I wouldn't see it. If you know, I'll be like a little bit like I wouldn't see it as that huge of an issue unless it becomes a bigger problem.
I have to say, if it happens all the time, and let's say even if you go plan like trips and stuff, and one person just pays for everything all the time, that would be a major red flag for me, because they don't have financial issues. Like, is it what's happening there? Is it like the other person then is saving all that money? Like, are they planning their escape or something? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't mind, paying for things, and don't get me wrong. Like, I think we do like pay for each other all the time. It's not like you always pay or I always pay. I think it's pretty much 50-50. Yeah. So, and I like that.
The thing is, it's also like a thing. Like I don't know. Like I'm not trying to speak for you, but it's something I don't even think about often. often or at all.
Yeah, same. I don't really. I think we've just been together for that long. It's just kind of all mushed into one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have a joint account
Yeah.
now.
Don't say that to people. That's personal.
Well, then it's like I'm saying the name on the accounts.
I am cutting this out.
For real. Like, I'm not saying the bank.
Okay.
It's not like I'm sharing the so-called.
Let's move on. Okay. Okay. Next one is. Wait. Okay, let's move to the next.
Okay.
Next one is a weird one, and I for sure know that that's not going to be a pet peeve for neither you or myself. And it is stealing your yogurt. That sounds like an American wrote this.
Stealing your yogurt. I can just imagine a fight.
You see it in American movies all the time when they like go to the office and they're like, oh, Karen took my yogurt again or something.
Can't you imagine someone having like an actual real fight? I was like, bang! Keep stealing my yogurt.
Yeah. But it's like a pet peeve. I guess some of the pet peeves would kind of start an argument also in a relationship, but that's not really. I feel like maybe it's not with the yogurt, but we might have it with like other kind of food stuff. When sometimes I like leave something in the fridge, and I know it's there, like, you know, like chocolates for example, because I'm not really a chocolate eater or anything, or like when we have crisps, and you already licking your lips.
My lips are dry, that's all.
And you know, like I don't usually. When I buy like crisps and stuff, they last me for like a long time because I just take a little bit, and then some days I don't have anything, but then you kind of finish everything in one day. So if you would just like go and start eating my crisps, yeah, I would be like, no.
Start a fight.
Not a fight. I would just be like, Joey doesn't share food.
Joey doesn't share food.
Yeah. Mm. And I was like, you know, I'll buy you your own, but leave mine out of it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. The next one is weird to have as a pet peeve, but it says talking about issues with your friends. And I kind of feel like, who else would you be talking? Because you can't, like, certain things. Let's say if you're not, you know, I don't even know how to put it.
It depends, right? It depends.
Right.
If you're constantly talking about issues with your friend, or for example, it's the same issue, and then, like for example, I offer a solution, but then the following week you're talking about the same issue, I'll be like, yeah, I don't want to hear that no more. Sort of thing. If
I have an issue like at the office for someone or something, and then I come and talk to you, offer a solution, and I'm just like not following it, and then the issue comes up, and you're just like, oh, just go to your friends.
Yeah, I'll be like, sort it out. Like, I don't need, like, I give my 2 cents, and if that's not enough, then.
Well, I think what they maybe meant was like more of like relationship problems. So if we're having an issue, and then I go and talk to about them. About our issues with my friends, or then you would go talk about our issues with your friends.
Oh! I heard that completely wrong. So it's like us having like a fight, and then you go and telling your friends about the fight. Yeah. So the Rwandan means like, no, you don't do that.
Right. Okay. I mean, to be fair, I don't really do that anyway. But again, that comes back to because we don't really have fights.
Yeah.
But I do think that if we would. Depending on what the fight is about, but usually if I do like argue with someone, then it's definitely something that really bothers me, because I try to kind of just ignore the smaller stuff, because it most likely is something that just bothers me and is not worth it. So I would definitely, well, not definitely, but most likely would tell some of my closest friends or a friend, or I would do so.
For me, it gets a bit weird when then that friend
sees you,
visits the house or whatever. Then it's like they know something about you that you haven't told them.
Yeah, I mean, I do see that, but then like at the same time, I feel like why I would do it is because I like to, when I talk things through, that gives me a better understanding of why this something bothers me, and then I can come with a clearer mind to, you know, to you, for example, and be like, okay, this is what is happening. But also, it's like my friends tell me things as well that, you know,
I don't care.
Okay, so it's your pet peeve, but it's not mine. I wouldn't really care if you would go and tell your friends something.
It's none of their business.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't do it, but
Nah.
again, I wouldn't really mind. Because I do it, so. I mean, again, haven't really done it because there's nothing to there's nothing to tell. But, you know. Okay, next one. Not showing interest in your interests. I feel like if you're in a relationship with someone who has completely different interests to yours, that's just not going to work long term. Like, it's good to have some interests that are different, but then you know, you have those interests that are the same, and then you can focus on those, and then you don't really have to show interest on all of, you know, other interests, you know, because you want to keep something separate.
I mean, yeah, it depends what those interests are. If it's just hobbies, then I don't see that being a big issue. If it's like, I guess, life goals and where you want to be, then I can see that being an issue in the long term.
Yeah, I feel like that's maybe a bit different from interests.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like interests are like things that you like to do outside of your everyday, like, you know, life. So I don't see that being.
Yeah, I guess for some people, interests are their life. Like if you like a photographer, or mostly if you like a creative person, and then you do that for work, but also, you know, it is your interest as well, you actually like your job, then I feel like that's also a bit different, because if you hate photography for some freaky reason, then obviously if they're like a photographer, that's all they do, you're probably not gonna last very long.
I mean, yeah, I can see it. Yeah. I see that. I can see it. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so would you say that's a pet peeve for you?
No, I wouldn't even. Yeah, no, that wouldn't even register.
Okay. And the last one would be never putting the lids back on bottles. That's a weird one. I don't think we ever do that.
No. There is a thing I like doing with the milk.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, that's my pet peeve. So, yeah, what is the thing you call that?
It's the what's it? Is it aluminium or plastic?
Like a plasticky thing.
Yeah, like so when you open the milk bottle, there's usually like a seal. Okay, whenever I remove the seal, I always attach it to the inside of the cap or the bottle. Yeah. And you hate that. I don't know why I do it, but I just do it because I think it became a habit.
Yeah, I always throw it away.
I
don't know why this bothers me either. It just bothers me. Like
yesterday I was offering him a milk bottle to the seal and he just yanked it from my hand.
Yeah,
before I could do anything.
But but I also try to be like understanding, because it's something you do. When I see it, when I use the milk and I see it there, really like, I'm like, ah. But then I could just easily remove it and throw it away, but I don't do it because you've already opened it, you've already put it there, so I just leave it.
I don't know why I do it, but I know that's your peeve.
Yeah. Is there any other pet peeves that you personally have?
That I have.
Yeah.
I'm talking about my issues. Okay.
No. Like pet peeves for like something that I do that you're like, oh god, why does she do that?
Okay, so it's a funny one. Okay, so mansplaining. I mean, I will go to mansplaining.
You were about to do it, so yes, I do know it.
So you do it.
I do it. I
To me.
mansplain. Do
Yeah.
I? Ha! How the
100%.
tables have turned.
100%. You always like, even if it's a subject I wouldn't know, and I assume you know. I mean, I know you know. I know the subject. You still,
Like what?
it could be anything. It could be like something that like a story that happened in the news, and then like you say it, I'm like, yeah, I know that one. But then you continue to explain the whole story. I'm like, I just told you I know that story. It's like, but then you just continue. I'm like, and then I just have to wait until the end. I'm like, yeah, I did read that. Even though I told you at the beginning when you said the title, like,
Okay.
like you do that quite a lot.
Okay.
Like sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm just sort of like in my head, just like waiting for you to get to the end. Like I know the whole story. I can almost like say the story as you're saying it.
Yeah, but you could just say, "Oh, I know it."
I do.
But say it again. Say it again, man.
It was like, woman, I know the story. Shut up. Short of doing
Yes, that would help.
Would it?
But maybe less aggressively.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's the one pet peeve.
I don't know why I do it. I think maybe like sometimes when I kind of explain to you, I'm also like reminding myself what it is, and maybe like trying to understand if I understood it correctly or am I thinking right. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
So I feel sometimes this is why I do it. It's like thinking out loud. So but it becomes mansplaining. But men can't really use that excuse. Okay.
No,
So
I guess not.
is there anything else?
That's the only one really that always grinds my gears.
Grinds your gears.
I was like, okay, there we go.
Well, finally you spoke up. Jesus, took you a while.
Yeah.
For me, I think the biggest one is. And what do you think it is?
I don't know. Let me think. Biggest one. Headphones.
Oh my God, 2 big ones.
Oh God. What's the other one then? If it's not headphone, I can't think of the other one. What's the other one?
Oh, because you're perfect, aren't you?
Yes, it's sad to say, but I am literally
Perfection.
I am perfection. I'm perfection on legs.
Okay. So basically, they're actually, as soon as I say what I'm going to say, you probably know.
Yeah.
They're connected.
What's the phone and headphone?
Yeah. So basically, obviously, why you have your headphones on is because you're constantly on your phone, and if you're watching something, and we're also watching TV, or for example, I go to sleep sooner than, you put your headphones on, so that doesn't bother me, which I appreciate. But then at the same time, so it's 3 things, but they're all connected. It's always being on your phone, always having your headphones on, and then also being on your phone in bed. I hate that. I really hate it. But now what you do is, basically, he has his phone, and then why I hate it is because the light bothers me. Because I like to go to bed and have like no like lights or like any phones, because that helps me sleep better if I'm not on my phone before bed. But when you come with a really bright light, that is just, I'm a light sleeper, and it just bothers me. So what he does now is that he takes his blanket and he goes all the way under the blanket like this, so I can't see the light, which again I really do appreciate. But like, I remember when we were like renting a room and I understood why you're doing it, but now I'm kind of like, why can't he just watch his series on the TV and then come to bed when he's ready? I don't understand why you don't do that. Why you just come and watch your movies or series in bed for hours and then just fall
hours
asleep.
is a bit much.
So you do that
Okay,
sometimes.
I hardly last a couple hours. It's literally, it helps me go to sleep.
Oh, okay.
That's the honest truth. It just helps me go to sleep, and then at the end I just put in some like ambient noises like rain and stuff.
I do that ambient noise thing sometimes. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean I kind of knew that bothers you a little bit, but it's one of those habits. So it's like, if I don't do it, then I might not sleep. Yeah,
and obviously this is why I'm kind of like, I appreciate you, putting your phone under the blanket so that the light doesn't bother me.
I even tried dimming the
yeah,
screen.
you do that, yeah. So I do appreciate that. That actually does help.
I try.
I mean,
what we need is like a massive room where.
With 2 separate beds.
Okay, that's a.
Maybe like 2 different bedrooms.
Are they on 2 different homes or the same home?
That's to be decided.
Okay.
Currently, I would say same home.
Okay. But if I continue doing it, it might have to be different homes. Okay.
If it still bothers me.